Hey, good morning. Wow, the sun is bright. Thought I'd wear these shades this morning. So, good morning. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Um, Hi, Kathy. Hi, love. Can you hear me? I have this little headset on today, and you know, life often presents obstacles, and whenever the weather's like this, I want to be outside to do this, and today the hey James, James, are you shitting me? Can you not hear me? I can't actually read that because the light's in my eyes so strongly. Uh, so if you can hear me, say yes. Oh, thank you. All right. So we have obstacles this morning. The neighbor has the neighbor has had their skylight has been leaking, and so they're taking advantage of this beautiful day to do the work on it, and to so they've got a man on the roof next to us here, and he's banging away, and I thought, heck with it, I'm still coming outside. Obstacles or no obstacles, life is like that, isn't it? We have obstacles, and my intuition was that we'll just go face them, and here we are. Made some adjustment. The headset helps, I think, a bit. So good morning. Did any of you watch us last night? We had our Monday meditation at 7:00 last night, and the truth is we never meditated. we got in so deep into conversation. Adrian Bowley was there, and my friend V dropped in from Edmonton. He's a young man who's done so well in recovery, and he dropped in, and we had a great conversation. And Trevor was there and added, some super stuff. And before we knew it, it was like over 2 hours of pretty cool content. Really, it was. Of course, I'm saying that because I was there, but yeah. Hey, Steph. First time catching us. Great. Welcome. So, anyway, if you get a chance, go back and catch last night. It was really, really, really good, I thought. And we're on YouTube as well as on Facebook Live. And every Monday evening we have an event that's usually focused on meditation, but last night, not so much. So today, what we're doing is we're reading. Every morning I've been trying to read, or not trying, I've been reading every morning. We don't try, do we? Yoda says no try. We either do or we don't do. And so we've been reading from a little book called the 24-Hour Day Book. And as some of you know, I'm many years in the 12-step recovery world, and this book is basically was written in 1954 as a kind of a support book, a daily reading book for alcoholics back in the day in 1954. Hello, Emily Christine Dillon. Oh, it's so nice to have you drop in on us. So I get out and then I read this every day. Actually, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to go visit Emily. Emily's my daughter, and I'll be reading it from your deck, honey. I'm sure I will. Wherever I am, I try to do this in the morning. I don't try, I do. So here we go. June the 2nd, thought for the day. Now he's talking about being dry. Interesting. It's a different language. We hardly in the 12-step world talk about being dry anymore, but he starts off with, some things I do not miss since becoming dry. Oh, some things I do not miss. Some more things I do not miss. Oh, yes. Yesterday he talked about the things he didn't miss, like he didn't miss the headaches, the pains in the arms, the blurry eyes, the fluttered stomach, the droopy shoulders, the weak knees, 3-day beard, the flushed complexion. Those are things he didn't miss since he got sober. And he's got some more today. June the 2nd, he says, some more things I do not miss since becoming dry. Wondering if the car is in the garage and how I got home. if you've ever woke up in the morning to look and see if the car was in the driveway or how you got home, you're probably alcoholic. Just saying. Casual social drinkers know how they got home. So yeah, wondering if the car is in the garage or how I got home. Struggling to remember where I was, what I did since my last conscious moment. That's called a blackout. Trying to delay getting off to work. Wondering how I will look when I arrive at the office. Dreading the day ahead of me. Quite sure I don't miss these things. I'm quite sure I don't miss these things, am I not? That's interesting, isn't it? So that's the thought for the day. Then he has a meditation for the day. No man can believe in God and keep his selfish ways. The self shrivels up and dies, and upon the soul becomes stamped God's image. The self shrivels up and dies, and upon the soul becomes stamped God's image. The gradual elimination of selfishness in the growth of love for God and our fellow man is the goal of life. At first, you have only a faint likeness to the divine, but the picture grows and takes on more and more of a likeness of God, until those who see you can see in you some of the power of God's grace at work in a human life. Wow. It's so interesting because psychology and therapy generally would have us work on fixing ourselves. I mean, I did so much self-help trying to make myself a better man, and it took me years in recovery to realize that the more I focused on my relationship with my higher power, with God, the more my life changed, and the more I changed, the more I became, more interested in others, and have less fear, and often no fear. It wasn't that I couldn't wish my fear away any more than I could, wish my alcoholism away. But what did happen is, as my relationship with God grew, the fear just disappeared, and my selfishness. Like, fear is always selfish. Fear is always about me. I'm worried about what I'm not going to get, or what I might lose. Fear. And then the prayer for the day: I pray that I may develop that faint likeness I have to the divine. I pray that others may see in me some of the power of God's grace at work. Isn't that beautiful? I pray that I may develop that faint likeness I have to the divine. I pray that others may see in me some of the power of God's grace at work. That's beautiful. I was thinking that I'm watching a lot of Mooji lately. Mooji's the spiritual teacher, Mooji. And he has a presence. And it's really something. And I can see that what this man is saying in this reading today has manifested in Mooji. You can actually see the divine in him. I mean, I can see the divine in many people, but he's living this connection, which is pretty exciting, and I think we all can. I believe we all can. I know we all can live in this oneness with God, and still be, great at work. We don't have to give up our lives. We can still have what it is that we love to do. We can ski, we can, cross country, bicycle. Hang on. Unavoidable. So, yes, God first. Okay, you guys, love you. Stay sober. Remember, we are ambassadors of love. Happy, joyous, and free. Ambassadors of love. So love you so much, and check us out on YouTube. Love it if you love or subscribe to our page on YouTube. I'd really like that. And yeah, talk soon. And if you ever want to just call, if something's going on, if you're feeling stressed, if you're kind of stuck in it, because we all get stuck in it sometimes, call me, and I'm available. That's what I do. It's what I love to do. Okay, cheers, you guys. Have a super duper beautiful day. Ambassadors of love. Bye.